Good evening and welcome to GETI's Live Talk, hashtag Disruptive Education Movement. This disruptive education movement was started by Dr. Sunita Gandhi solely with the aim to disrupt education and provide platform to the educators, edupreneurs, and education leaders around the world to come to our platform and share their innovative ideas. So, with this aim to disrupt education, we have a very amazing guest with us, Miss Preeti Verma. Miss Preeti Verma is the principal of Image English School, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. She holds a master's degree in English and Hindi, and she's also a B.Ed and an M.Ed in administration. She is working in this field of education since last 25 years, working with enthusiastic teachers and marvelous students. And she is working with this Image English School since 2004, and she's been presented with the award of India Leadership Award of Excellence. So, without much ado, I welcome you, ma'am. And today, I let me tell my audience which topic you'll be speaking on. My dear speaker, Ms. Preeti Verma, will be speaking on former degrees are things of past. As we all are learning and getting adapted to new education policy 2020, this topic sounds really amazing to me. So let's, without wasting any time, I hand over the session to you, ma'am. A very warm welcome to you.
Good evening, Ms. Zainab. It's really my pleasure to be the part of GETI. Let's come up to the presentation. I would like to start with my topic only. Well, once again, good evening, all the educators and my dear friends. As Ms. Jainab already introduced, that today we are going to have a discussion on formal degrees, other things of past. Well, first of all, I would like to raise a question. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? If yes, then formal degrees, if it's the thing of past, then what's the scenario of the present? Isn't it? The question comes in our mind, was the requirement of the present? And the answer automatically, I think it will strike in our mind, skills. So today we are going to have a discussion on the importance of degrees, the importance of skills, and finally we'll come up to the conclusion which one is more important for the future generation, for the education system of our next generation. So let's continue with. Well, first of all, I would like to have a discussion about the significance of degree. What is the importance? What is the role of degree in our life, in the life of a particular one? Okay, we could say if we'll talk about a degree, it's an authentic certificate of. It's a one kind of certificate, authentic certificate, which proves person's knowledge of the work as per the requirement, as per the need of the job. Whatever the person is having a knowledge, degree is a certificate as an authentic certificate of the same. If we'll go with the another importance of the degree, it gives ability to manage the functioning and justifying the post. If you do have a degree, you could justify that post. The particular one is going to, your employer is going to have that much of faith that you will justify the post, that responsibility is being given to you, and you must be able to function according to the post of yours. So that ability one is having if one is holding a degree. Let's go for the next. It makes the person confident in his approach and outlook, isn't it? See, if we are having a degree in our hand, it makes us confident. Hai na? The person used to be confident. Yes, I'm a degree holder, isn't it? Let's go for the next. Person becomes more polite, humble, and wiser. Obviously, these are the qualities the one is going to get after completion of the degree only. No, one could be polite, humble, wiser. That is about the personality of a person. You know? Next, it earns respect and social reputation. But natural, if you do have a degree, it will give you a respect, particular in the society, and socially you are going to have a reputation. But natural, the fact of the life, and it earns money and status. So degree will help us to achieve a status in the society, and obviously our basic needs is going to fulfill. That is the requirement of the money. It is must to climb the success ladder. Fine. Without degree, you can't proceed further. It is must. If you wanted to go through the steps of progress, if you wanted to climb the steps of progress in your life, degree is must for that. And that's why we said it is must to climb the success ladder. I think these are the points that will emphasize what is the significance of degree. Now let's have a talk about skill. What's the need of the skill in our life? As in the beginning of the session only I told you know, that I'm going to have a discussion on the need of a degree or a skill which is required. So let's give a glance towards the significance, importance of a skill. Well, a skill help us to achieve the target. If you do have a target in your life, and accordingly, if you are developing skill in yourself, it's become easy for one to achieve the target. Let's go for the next. Skill cannot be evaluated on the bits of papers, isn't it? Practical knowledge required for the same. If you are going to prove it out that you do have a skill, so see, only wordings or paper is not sufficient for that. You know? Your skill, you can't prove it out on the bits of paper, on a piece of a paper. You should have to prove it out. So accordingly, it is a broad spectrum which is grown within the individual and nurtured through the repeated practical implications in life. So what is skill required? Skill required continuous efforts, continuous practice of it, repeated practical implications. Whatever the skill you have developed in yourself, continuously you will have to implement, you will have to work out on it, and that will nurture the quality in you. Next, obviously it achieves success. If we do have a skill, we could be successful in our life. Degree can earn the job, but it cannot help to grow further without this skill. One, suppose one is having a degree, but if you don't have a skill and you have been appointed on the basis of your degree, how long you are able to work out only on the page of a paper, only on the basis of the degree of yours, because either today or the next day, people are going to realize that you are not capable as per the degree of yours. You know, so without a skill, we are unable to grow further. We are able to get a job. By showing the degree of ours, one could get a job, isn't it? But to continuing further, to get a progress in that particular field, what's required is required a skill. So with degree, a skill is must. Without that, we cannot grow further. It attracts the employees, clients, and management. If you are a skilled person but natural, your management, your clients, employees, all are going to be attracted towards you. And this is the key of any of the job. One should have to attract the clients, management, and employees. Without that, we are unable to work out in any of the field successfully. So a skill, your skill is going to attract. These are the key people: employees, clients, and management. Let's get some more idea about these skills. If we'll talk more about these skills, see, companies, whatever the applicants that the companies are hiring, you know, applicants are preferable with skill, irrespective of their education. Maximum companies are looking forward for such kind of applicants who are having skill in themselves rather than their education. So the companies are not giving importance to their education, but companies are there who are looking forward for the applicants who are skilled well. Let's go for the next. So what they are looking forward? So companies are looking forward for a skilled person as an applicant. And if we'll discuss in this all way, you know, that the companies are looking forward for the qualified, skilled applicants and without paying attention towards the education of theirs. So what the conclusion we would come up to? The sentence is sufficient to say degrees are obsolete. It's not at all necessary. It's not at all required as from the discussion. Let's go through one proof. And I'm showing you one proof. See, it's highlighted on the Google itself, on the media itself. It was published on October 8, 2018. What was it? It's Google, Apple, and 12 other companies that no longer require employees to have a college degree. So this is the declaration made by Google, Apple, and 12 other well-known companies. And clearly they have highlighted this news on the media that they don't require employees, degree holder employees. They are not in need. They require skilled persons. If we'll go for the Skill India, if we'll talk about Skill India, most popular skill development courses in India is available. Even our respected Prime Minister Modi ji have also announced in the year 2015 a Skill India. It is launched by PMG. You know? So most popular skill development courses are available in India. Let's have a glance which kind of courses. So training workshop sponsored by ISRO, aims usually workshop series, graphic designing courses, photo video editing, digital marketing. See, there's a backlist. Public speaking, academic and business writing, programming, Nafari training programs, creative art and designs, business and management. These all are skill based. Popular development courses are available in India. These only indicate that how much importance we are giving to the skill. Let's have more talk about the what's the report, what the survey is saying about the importance of a skill. So Indian skill reports, the survey was done in 2019, and the survey revealed employment of Indian graduate is just 47%. Only 47% graduates Indians are getting employment in India. That is the survey done by Indian Skill Report in 2019 is quite clear. Only 47% graduates are getting an opportunity to have a job. Let's go for the another survey. It's done by the Aspiring Mind in 2019. At reveal what's the consequence, what's the output of it. 80% Indian engineers are not fit for jobs. Obviously, respective fields related with their fields only. We are not talking about that they are belonging to another field and all. Respective with their fields itself, 80% Indian engineers are not at all suitable for the job because degree, they are the degree holders. There was a lacking of skill in them. What's the scenario decades ago? If we'll talk about decades ago, what's the scenario? A degree guarantees job plus good salary. If one is having a degree with him or her, we used to say that particular one is going to get a good job and plus that going to have a good salary. So degree is a certificate that prove it out. The person is quite qualified for a job and obviously have a right to get a good salary. But now what's the scenario? Postgraduates apply for low qualified jobs. The students with those who have completed post graduation, they are applying for such kind of job which is not at all suitable for the with their qualification. What's the reason behind that? Reason unemployment. They don't get they are not getting the job as per their qualification, and obviously work is must. That is must. This is the work is the important part of our life, working and earning, isn't it? So without work one can't live. So postgraduates, they prefer to go for the low qualified jobs. It seems that we discussed it out. What's the scenario decades ago? What's the scenario at present? So what it seems degrees are losing their values. And at present, degrees are not that much valuable as decades ago it was. Having a degree doesn't mean having skills. If one is holding a degree, doesn't it's not a proof that the person is skilled person. Professional degrees holder. Let's go for the next. Fine. Let's go for some of the live examples about the great people who are skilled but didn't have certification of their knowledge. So many people are there. It's a big list. Let's go for it. You might have heard the name of Steve Jobs, CEO of an Apple company, Michael Dell, CEO of a Dell Technology, Paul Allen, considered as a right hand of Bill Gates, Kapil Dev, Sanjit Tendulkar, kind of famous cricketer, Amir Khan, the particular personality we know as a perfectionist, and we are blessed that we got movie like Tare Zameen Par and Three Idiots, which are based on education system of India. The next is the world beauty, Ashwarya Rai, Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar. So many great personalities are there who don't have a certificate. If we'll talk about a businessman, then Gautam Adani, Dhirubhai Ambani, Azim Premji, and last but not least, the great scientist Albert Einstein. The list is very big, but just to have a discussion, just to highlight the importance of the skill, I have taken some selected names only. These are the great people. They are skilled, but they didn't have certification of their knowledge. Let's have a discussion between degree and skill. Okay. Some skills developed in college. Now see, to develop the skill, the base of it is college only. You know? like the skill like learning skill, communication skill, ability in working in a team. These all things we are able to learn at the college level only. For some profession, degree is must. Without degree you can't, though whatever the level up to you are skilled, but some of the professions where degree is must, like if you wanted to provide proceed for the medical course, you can't proceed over there, rather than if you don't have a degree of medical. If you're not mbbs, you can't proceed for medical field. Okay, some of the post in government jobs also it's need a degree, particular degree. Without having a degree you can't proceed for a government job. Okay, degree increases the career option and gives high salary. So finally, whatever the some of the skills we are developing in the college, that proves that degrees must to develop the skill. And second thing, as I said, degrees increases the career option. It provides us so many options of our careers, and we are able to get a high salary on the basis of the degree. Let's come up to the conclusion. What we could say, degree and skill, they are the two sides of a coin. See, success required. What success required? It's required both degree as well as skill. If we would say that only degree is sufficient to proceed on the path of a success, won't agree. If we'll say that skill, only skill, on the basis of only skill, we could proceed on the field of a whatever you selected, you can proceed with on the path of a success only by getting a particular skill. That's not at all possible. So success, what success required is required both degree as well as skill. Let's go further. So the statement is absolutely true. Degree without skill and a skill without degree is worthless, is meaningless, is not at all important. With a degree, skill is must. With the skill, degree is must. To be the survival of the fittest means to be successful in surviving and reproducing. What's required? Both need to go hand in hand. Both the things required, degree as well as skill, both the things required to proceed further for surviving or for reproducing, isn't it? That's why the statement is given, to be the survival of the fittest. Both need to go hand in hand, degree as well as skill. Well, if we'll talk about this skill, when see in the beginning I discussed about that skill is more important than degree, isn't it? So some of the skill required to be developed in the school level itself. When we are talking about the education system, when we all are educators, so we'll have to think about the students as well as what the methodology we are continuing or we are accepting in this school. So these are the particular skill that we could continue with the our academic syllabus and all. We could make the students to learn, we could involve the students in critical thinking and problem solving. We could make the, actually basically at present we are facing exam oriented education system. The requirement of the day is to come out of it. Maximum students, maximum schools are working on such policy only. The students are preferring to go for the learning session. They are going for the education and all with the point of view of the course. If we'll talk about the recent scenario, isn't it? Like the last year, the board standard 10th and 12th, the board have declared that 30% course is going to be reduced. Nowadays, if we'll have a discussion with the students of board, now they'll raise you a question, ma'am, how much course is going to be asked in the exams? How much portion is going to be reduced by the board? So students are not emphasizing towards the learning and the progress of the or the skill development. They are learning for the sake of the examination. They wanted to get good marks in the exams. That's why they used to mug up the question answers and that representing themselves in the answer sheet. This is the way that actually, basically, I'm not saying each and everywhere, but maximum part of this school is working on such a scenario. The students are getting involved in the education from this point of view only. So what the teachers required, even the students will also needed to be focused on critical thinking and problem solving. We should have to create such a scenario. Being a teacher, it's required to create such a scenario in front of the students. We'll have to create a problem in front of them, and then we'll have to instruct them how you people are supposed to come out of it. Basically, the students are not having such kind of practical knowledge that is required to be developed in them. Agility, adaptability, the next thing that we could develop, whatever the skills that I'm talking about, these skills we could develop in this students parallelly with our academic syllabus. I'm not saying that separately we'll have to focus these all things. This we can continue with our regular syllabus in the school itself. Agility, eagerness, adaptability. They'll have to get involved in the things, and they'll have to adapt from it. So this quality is required to develop in them. Initiative and entrepreneurialism. Initiative, students are not taking initiative, and these all qualities take the child towards the leader. These are all the qualities we could see in the leader also. So finally, the student is going to be a leader, future citizen, good citizens of our country, of the world. Okay, a good person of the whole world. So the person is required to take initiatives. Generally, we do have observed the students are waiting for each other. Who is coming first? And then after, if once will raise the hand, if once will proceed, automatically the whole another part of the class, another students automatically are going to be with that particular one. But nobody is ready to take initiatives. Entrepreneurialism, they'll have to be with the new ideas, with the new concept, rather than the book, whatever the things they are, whatever the knowledge they are getting from the Google, whatever the guidance they are getting from the textbook, whatever the references they are getting from the teacher or knowledge they are getting from the teacher. Apart all these things, the students are supposed to come out with the new ideas and new concept. So some part of the India, some of the school, this thing is going on. We are reading in the newspaper the new inventions done by the students. So some part it's going on. But as an educator, I would like this should be developed in each and every school of our country. Effective oral and written communication. Communication is the most important part of the day, isn't it? Written, so many times I heard that the students are complaining that if the handwriting is not good, ma'am, what's the matter? Because nowadays, see, everything is going to work out on medias and all. We'll have to mail the content. We'll have to receive the content on WhatsApp and all. So whether the writing is going to be highlighted in future, these are the questions raised by the students of my present students, they are raising. But I'm not talking about the handwriting. I'm talking about the written writing skill. The students are required to develop a writing skill. They can't go for a proper writing work. So that is required. So effective oral and written communication must be the part of the school academics schedule. Assessing and analyzing information. Information that they are getting. Obviously, we are providing a lot of information. The students are able to go through a lot of information with the help of the textbooks and medias and all. But to access on it and to analyze, students are not ready to analyze the thing. So we'll have to make them to do it. Nowadays, so as you all are the part of education only, you know it very well. The students are looking forward for a ready-made answers and all. So many reference books are available in the market. So that ready materials, ready answers stop the students to analyze the content. So this is the particular things will require to develop among the students. Curiosity and imagination. This is what we are also missing from the students. Students should be curious to know the good things, to get involved in the things, and but natural, they'll have to go for the imagination of it. We'll have to make the students to have a broad imagination. At present, students are, it's like that they are having limited ideas, limited concept up to the wall or up to the syllabus, whatever they are learning with. So what's required, we'll have to broaden out their imagination. We'll have to make them curious for the learning session. Finally, I would like to conclude my session with the wordings of the famous movie Three Idiots. सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सेलेंस के पीछे भागो, सक्सेस ऑटोमेटिक आपके पीछे आएगी. So basically, when if we'll have a talk with the students कि what you wanted to be, क्या बनना चाहते हैं आप, so students will give you their goals. Wanted to be a doctor, wanted to be a professor, wanted to be IAS officer, this all things. So they are just simply, and what they require good marks for it. So what they are looking forward, they are not getting excellency. They are just simply running behind the success. So this is the fantastic word conveyed by the movie Three Idiots. Success ke piche mat bhage. Make yourself excellent. Go for the excellence. Automatically you are going to get the success. One more thought of this movie is that I'll always used to appreciate is कामयाब होने के लिए नहीं, काबिल होने के लिए पढ़ो. The student, the person is required to be a kabil one. a proper one, a good one, capable one. And success is not important, capability is important. So be capable. Once you are capable to handle the situation, once you are capable to do the things, automatic you are going to get a success in your life. Okay. So कामयाब होने के लिए नहीं पढ़िए, काबिल होने के लिए पढ़िए. आप काबिल होंगे तो ये फैक्ट है कि आपको कामयाबी ऑटोमेटिक आपकी लाइफ में आपके कदम चुमेगी, आपके पास आएगी. Well, from my side, this is over. So, thank you. I would like to go with Ms. Zainab.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving such a lovely and interesting session. Degrees, as we all know, are a thing of past. That indeed a thing of past. If you don't have any skills with you, you won't get any employment and you won't get any success in your life. And the students these days are studying just for the sake of studying. They are not getting any skills, neither they are not getting a proper degree.
It's true.
They are not scoring that well. The majority of the students, there are a handful who are very ambitious and they are
True,
scoring very
true.
well. They are gaining, they are even skilled also. Our NEP is like focused on vocational skills also, and the children who are not very good in studies can opt for vocational courses and go into the hands-on experiences and learn things by doing. So
Correct.
uh, the a very interesting session by you, ma'am. And I would like to request my audience to just post their questions in the comment box so you can answer a few questions from our audience. Please, my dear audience, go ahead and type the questions in the comment box. Ma'am, meanwhile, what my question is, like for example, there are children who take degrees and are even are not skilled, but they have degrees. So, like they are not being taught very properly in the schools, and
It's
now
true.
if they reach, like for example, I'll take an example of the teachers because we are focused to our teachers.
It's true.
They're teaching in the schools, they are not skilled. For example, they learn by doing and they become very skilled teachers. They are not trained that finely when they do B.Ed. A B.Ed is a very compulsory course and we do take it. So
Mhm.
what is your take on this? Is it fine that they are skilled in the schools when they keep practicing, or the course B.Ed should be designed so that they are skilled then and there?
Basically, ma'am, if we'll talk about this skill, so many times it happened that the teachers without degrees are better than the degree holder. But if I'll talk about, they were learning through the experience. You know, experience makes the man perfect, isn't it? So on the basis of experience, they are developing themselves. That's a fact. But as far as degree concerned, if you are a maths teacher, you should have BSc, you should have B.Ed, ma'am. That gives you the basic knowledge. You are learning on the basis of experience is okay, ma'am. From where you are going to that experience? You'll get that experience either with the another teacher or with the help of the students in the class by going to be the part of the practical session. But the basic knowledge that required, na, ma'am, that the person is going to get after the completion of the degree only. As far as education field concerned, I prefer, ma'am, the person should be qualified with the skill. See, skill is a particular thing automatically we can develop in the person. Suppose if the person has completed anyhow the degree, MSc, or we can go for like a MA, he has completed with English or Hindi, but not very smart in the class. That training I can give. But basically, the person should be familiar with the history of English or a Hindi. नाउ इट्स क्वाइट फनी, अगर वो हिंदी का टीचर है, एमए है, और क्लास में उसको प्रेमचंद के बारे में सारी साहित्य का नॉलेज नहीं है, उसको नहीं पता है कि फेमस राइटर्स और पोएट कौन है, वो मैम एक एक बुक पढ़कर अगर पढ़ के बताएगा तो वो नहीं चलेगा ना. बेसिक नॉलेज रिक्वायर्ड मैम. So for the field of education, degree is equally important than the skill. Skill can be developed in this school, but degree knowledge we can't apart in the teachers the way that is required.
Yes, true, true that. But ma'am, of my experience, I'm telling you that we have had some students in our class, like my fellow students when I was studying. So at times it happened that my fellow student explained a particular thing or a particular concept better than the teacher. So that friend of mine became a very good teacher. She's a professor now working in a university. So she
Uh,
had those skills from her student life. So like is it true that people are skilled from their like they are skilled blessed as a skilled person, or skills can be developed?
Skill can be developed, ma'am. Somewhat person it will work it out, that is a God gifted thing, but it can be developed. It can be developed. You can make a person dumb speak out, ma'am, with your efforts. We can do that. As far as skill concerned, we can do that one. You'll have to give more efforts for that. है ना? If a such kind of person who doesn't develop any skill, you'll have to give more efforts. You'll have to keep patience in you. Then you could go for that. We can go for that. Impossible itself says, na possible. I'm possible. That will have to believe on what else.
Such a lovely mindset you have, ma'am. I was just like trying to test you, because this is like a great principle would say that you give me any child and I'll mold that child into a successful citizen of tomorrow.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
So
Well, thank you very
thrilled to hear that from you, ma'am. Thank
same here.
thank
Well, I would appreciate the efforts of Miss Sunita Gandhi, that who has created such a wonderful platform where the educators can be together and share the latest content or share their ideas and concepts. So thank you very much for that. Well, thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
so
ma'am. Thank you,
thank you so
Zenia.
much, ma'am, and would like to thank my audience as well. Please look for our detox with the name of Detox for Literacy and Numeracy on our Global Dream channel, and look onto our website of Getty Learn for our upcoming training. Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you, my dear audience. Have a lovely evening. Bye.